Right, so now I'm going to start making the fire within the sauna unit itself. I've got all my pieces of wood ready and handy. The only other things that you do need will be some scrap paper, which you can get. I mean, you can use those little wood chippings that I was kind of using, or like little branches that are very dry, or the bark of like birch tree is super excellent. I always try and do it without using any kind of like fire lighters or anything. I don't know. I just don't really like it. It's kind of cheating, or paper's a bit cheating, but it is from wood. But also the fact that, I don't know, like, I don't really want petrol or any chemicals to be in the environment where I'm sort of been cleansing. So what I'm going to do first is I've emptied out the, this is what the sauna looks like. So they're called the kiwas. And then we've got the main part where the fire is there, and then underneath, so all the wood burns and the ash drops through to here. I've cleaned that out because it's good to get good ventilation going through. That's really important. The ventilation comes through. So if you've got that full of like old ashes and everything, it's not so great. So let's hope this is a good angle. All I'm going to do is so obviously things like cardboard are a little bit more dense, so just chuck them in. Then what I do is I get some paper, Melanie Trump, sorry, or not sorry, I don't know. So this is basically to give it a little bit of like a kickstart, like a really oomph in it. Then I get some of these smaller pieces of wood that I was talking about and try and build like a pyramid within there. So don't just lay it flat down, sort of stack them up like a teepee if you can, and dry small pieces of wood. And then, as I said, like, you've got pieces of wood like this that's got like fragmented parts. They're really good. The smaller the wood, the better. But you can get a knife and go like this, just to give it a little bit of a helping hand. Let's stick one more in there. What I always like to do as well is one slightly bigger piece of wood through the center. So then once I've done that, what I always do is get some more paper, kind of twist it up, because the more dense that you wrap it and stuff like that, the longer it takes to burn. And I just wrap it on top of it. So it gives it like a real extra kick. Next thing that you want to do is make sure that there's circulation within here. So, and you want nice cool air to be coming through. So, opening up the windows, letting a draft come through. So you've got to make sure that there's a draft that comes through. I've opened up the windows. I'm going to open up this door as well, and hopefully I can feel like a bit of coolness coming through. So let's move all these things a little bit to the side. Get your next pieces of wood ready to be chucked in. Ow. So everything to the side. Final pieces, a little piece of wood chucked in. Now, really important, have that last bottom bit open up so that circulation can come in from the bottom, because what fuels the fire is the air that comes. So what I'll do now is, let's get a good angle on this. There we go. Match lit, and let's put that piece of paper in there and just light that. And now what we can do is, to get the really good circulation, close the door so the air's coming in from above and through here, and lighting all of that up. So So always really handy, just have a few pieces of paper handy, just in case that the fire kind of, you know, needs a little bit of a kickstart. So get ready to chuck something in. The most important part is the starting of it. So getting it started, and the rest is perfectly fine and easy. You just need to chuck in the wood. As you can probably hear underneath my voice, it seems to have started off very well. I'm just going to chuck these pieces of paper in just because they're scrap pieces and to get rid of them. So now the fire has started, you've got the air circulation. I'm going to close the sauna door so that the only circulation is now coming, instead of going through there, it's coming from the window into here. We can just chill here and warm up. I really enjoy having sauna, and there's health benefits. Also, I guess like the reason why it's traditionally kind of built and used is like its cleanliness, and obviously when there wasn't like warm showers and things and hygiene, it was a really good way to kill bacteria within that nice sterile environment. Nowadays it's really good for relaxing, you know, opens up the muscles a little bit. Maybe not so great for when you've got inflammation, but having it is really, really nice, and it's a really great social thing. And there's a huge difference when you've been to different types of sauna between them. So, you know, you've got like electric sauna, wood sauna, like we've got here, where you can feel the lolu, which is the word for steam, or the thing that comes off from when you throw the water on the stones, is completely different from the two. And then there's savu sauna, which is like a smoke sauna, and in that one what they do is there's no ventil, because at the back of this stove there's a chimney that takes out the smoke. But with that one, what they do is they fire it up. There is no chimney, so it fills up with smoke, and they just keep chucking in wood for, you know, like at least 8 hours. Then what they do is, once that's stopped burning, they open like a little window, let all the smoke out, and then you go to sauna. Wow, it's like incredibly different, incredibly nice. It's safe as well if they've done it correctly, obviously. But then there's tent sauna, there's all sorts. But as you can hear now, the sound is going on really well. I'll give you a quick peek into it, and we'll chuck some more wood in. So now is the time to chuck in some bigger pieces of wood, because it is burning really nicely. And it's always really important to stack the wood so that the air can come through, rather than just like killing it off by completely suffocating it. You need to let crisscross or leave some gaps to let the air go through and get out. Really, now you can really hear it roaring. It's really cackling away. So what we can do is actually close this ventil a little bit. So now all I need to do is fill up this bucket with some more bigger pieces of wood, and from now on all you have to do is, once that's burnt off a little bit, it will soon reach up to 70 degrees, which is like a great temperature for sauna, and you just need to chuck in 2 big pieces of wood every so often, and yeah, there you go, it'll maintain it. It's great for everything. It's just wonderful experience. I love having sauna. I'd really recommend that you come to Finland and you try Finnish sauna, because it's nothing like you get in the sports gyms in the US or England or France, wherever. Real sauna, gotta come to Finland. It's a great experience. Even in the city in Helsinki, you don't have to come to Summer Cottage. But and even the experience of making one is a really fun one. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Come and have sauna with me. That'd be so cool. Let me know. And yeah, cheers guys. So I forgot to say, close the window. That one is fine being open. Now what you need to do is get some water in a bucket so that you'll be throwing on when you're in the sauna. And just stick that in there on the bench, let it warm up, and then you can just throw it on whenever you want.